Hi everyone, and welcome back to Miracle Learnings. In today's session, we're going to break down three powerful Excel functions index: match and IFERROR. If you've ever struggled with VLOOKUP or wanted more control over your lookups, this tutorial is for you. We'll go step by step, starting with the basics and building up to a clean, reliable formula that you can use in your own spreadsheets. Let's get started. Here we have example table, a column number for our reference for column and also for our row number. First, we will use the index function. Index function is to look up the value of specific criteria of row number and a column number. Our example is to look up the value of 45 index. Then reference or the array, pick up our reference table, press F4 to lock the cell reference. Then the row number. Our example is this, but instead we will use the number. So 9. Then our reference from our column, which is stock. So it will be the number 5. It returns to 45. The next function was match. Use match to return the position of value in a range. Our reference row was P009 equal to match. Then the lookup value is P009. Then the lookup array, our product ID, then our 0 for exact match. As you can see, the return value is our position of rows, which is 9. We will use it on index match later. The next one is our column for our match. Our reference value, or we called lookup value, was stock. Then our lookup array was the header of the table. It returned to the column 5, which is our position for match. We need some example again for our index to look up the value. Our example of index again here using the 2-cell reference, which is row number 9 and a column number 5. It was a semi-dynamic lookup index. Index table array. Then our 2 reference cell, which returned to 45 as we do. I have a sample also if we change the value of row number 22, then we can also the row number 22, it returned to index of office chair. Now, we will use the full dynamic function of index match that is alternative for VLOOKUP function. Let's start. Index then, the table array, F42, lock or absolute, the reference. Then match, we will use the product ID as a row. Then after that, the lookup value for our match to match the index function. Then the reference array, which is the product ID, as we mentioned, as a row. Zero for exact match. After that, our match column reference, we use the header as our reference column for our reference array. Lock also the array. Then 0 for exact match. As you can see, the formula goes error because our cell reference for row and column for our index was blank. But if you put up the value on our reference row and column, it will have an index. To do that, I have additional lesson here for another formula, which is the IFERROR formula. The IFERROR formula is returns the value if value is error. Insert the formula on the first line of equal sign. Index is our value. Then put in quotation, if value is error to return it blank. Given our example earlier, our product ID is P009, then our column is the stock. It returned to 45. Now, we also have dynamic features of index match function. We can change the value of column or a row. Example here is product name, returns to Bluetooth speaker. That's all for today's lesson. I hope you enjoy watching and learned something. Thank you, and see you on the next video.